All right, guys. I don't know what the president means when he says he's going full Venezuela, but if I was someone that lived in Iran, and I was a leader there, I would be worried. I would be locking my doors. I would get a new security system. I would get a chihuahua. I would get something because when the president says something, I'm starting to believe that he means it. I'm really starting to believe that this president is doing exactly what he's saying. And some of you might disagree with that. Some of you might be disappointed. That's okay. I'm not here to convince you. I'm not here to sway you. I'm not here to persuade you. I'm not here to argue with you. I'm not here to be your friend. I'm not here to be your hero or any of that stuff. But, ladies and gentlemen, the last time the United States imposed a naval blockade was October 1962, the Cuban Missile Crisis, JFK versus the Soviets. The world was on a brink of nuclear war. Tonight, some would argue we're there again. President Trump just ordered a full naval blockade of the Strait of Hormuz. And I'm going to tell you exactly what that means, what's happening right now with our ships in that water, and how this thing ends. I'm Ben Dykes, 20 years, United States Navy, submarine veteran. And folks, the gloves are off. The Islamabad peace talks collapsed, 21 hours of face-to-face negotiations, and I'm sure there was some stinking breath. And that was between Vice President Vance and Iran's top negotiators. I think it's the ones that they've got left. And Iran walked away because they'll not give up their nuclear program. They will not stop enriching uranium. So for all of the doomers that said they didn't have nuclear capabilities, well, if that's the case, why are they saying now they won't give it up? It says they won't stop. And they'll not stop extorting every nation on earth that needs this oil to flow through the Strait of Hormuz. So President Trump did what a commander-in-chief does. No, he didn't walk off into the field. He didn't poop his pants. He didn't have some gibberish. You know the guy I'm talking about. We don't have to talk about that. He didn't load up a C-130 full of cash and fly it over there. No, he didn't do that. He didn't do that. He didn't sell them uranium. He didn't do that either. He went on Truth Social this morning and said, effective immediately, the United States Navy will blockade any and all ships trying to enter or leave the Strait of Hormuz. No more Iranian toll booth. No $1 million shakedowns. No commercial shipping. That's how we won World War II. If you don't believe it, do a little reading. We won World War II because we cut off the supply lines. The United States Submarine Service, U.S. Navy Submarine Service, sank tons and tons and tons and tons of commercial ships going to Japan and going to Germany. We cut off their supply line. That's how we won World War II. Hiroshima, Nagasaki, very, very important. But we would have never gotten there without cutting off those supply lines. And without this commercial shipping, no more IRGC escorts through a controlled corridor in an international waterway. Strait of Hormuz, international. A coastline of a country has 12 nautical miles of domain. At the 13 mile, it's international. Here's the part Iran doesn't want to hear. He also ordered the Navy to hunt down and interdict every vessel in international waters that has paid a toll to Iran. So the Space Force, so the CIA, the DIA, all these other intelligence agencies are monitoring transfers of crypto and Japanese yuan because that's what, Chinese yuan, because that's what Iran wants to be paid in. So what does that tell you about the crypto market? Is there any fold in from crypto and Chinese currency? I'll let you to decide. I'm not a crypto expert. I don't speak Chinese either. I order by number whenever I go to their restaurants, okay? Same thing whenever I go to a Mexican restaurant. I order by number or photo because I don't speak either of those language, okay? I usually get the sum dum chick or maybe the poo-poo platter. That's what I typically get. And Mexican food, it's all tastes the same. It's just different shapes. It's the geometric food group. You either get it flat, rolled, smashed, maybe some triangles, okay? Cylinders. That's Chinese and Mexican food, in my opinion. But that is going to mean Chinese tankers, Indian tankers, anyone who cut a deal with the mullahs in yuan, you paid Iran. You are getting boarded. Because when you pay Iran, they're the #1 state sponsor of terror. So they're taking your cash and then they're going to use that to kill more Americans, kill more innocent people, kill some of their own people. And I'm going to say this isn't posturing. Yesterday, 2 Arleigh Burke class guided missile destroyers, USS Michael Murphy, named after the Navy SEAL that was killed, I think it was Operation Red Wings, and the USS Frank E. Peterson Jr. sailed straight through the Strait of Hormuz. First U.S. warships to transit that strait since the war began way back February 28th. And I said war, I meant conflict, okay? The Murphy flipped on her AIS, her automatic identification system, it's a pinger, and basically announced to the entire world, we are here. You can't do anything about it. Nanny, nanny, boo-boo, stick your head in Iranian doo-doo. That's what they said. And I heard that on the radio. That was the specific nautical terminology that any submariner would have wanted to put out there. And Iran's Revolutionary Guard got on the radio and said, this is last warning. I've got the clip of them talking. I'll play it for you if you haven't heard it. It's pretty pitiful. It's really pitiful. So smash the like and subscribe button. We're going to jump into this. We're going to live stream as long as you all want to stick around. We'll be here. Okay. But I want to talk about what is happening, what's going to occur, our ships getting into that area, putting themselves in harm's way. We've had kind of this 2-week little recess, or we've had this little ceasefire. And that means one thing. For Iran, panic, look for somebody to partner with. For the United States military, reload. Literally sit down, put more ammo in the cylinder or in the magazine, whatever you want to call it, whichever kind of Second Amendment that you carry. I like a wheel gun personally. But passage through the Strait of Hormuz is in accordance with international law. And I'll just show you some of this stuff tonight. It's pretty stunning what we're seeing. President Trump confirms he's going full Venezuela on the Hormuz Strait. Love to see that. Let me know how the audio is. If it's good, let me know. If it's not, I'll see if I can adjust some things. But this is what the president's doing. And I believe that's exactly what needs to be done. We need to ratchet up the actual efforts that we've got there. He was on with Maria Bartiromo today. Basically, I'm sure all of you have seen the clips, so I'm not even going to bore you with this. There's a lot of channels that just do this political regurgitated. They'll play a clip and then they'll try to reword it in their own words. He'll say potato, Trump, you'll say potato. So I'm not going to bother you with that. I know you're more intelligent than that. You've probably seen these clips. So I just I won't bore you with it. Okay. I value your time. You value my time. All right. But that's exactly what was said. Trump is going to, the way it sounds to me, and I would love to get some ideas from the chat because the chat is typically smarter than I am, much smarter than I am. Does this mean that Trump is threatening or showing his hand that he might send in special forces? Do you think that's a possibility that he sends in special forces? Poll, did BB, if you want me to put in a poll and you're not a member or something like that, if you want that to happen, put it with a super chat. I'll go with it. Did BB talk Trump into the Iran operation? If you're one of the people that blames everything on Israel, you're probably not going to be comfortable here. You probably won't, because I'm not a type of person that blames everything on a country the size of New Jersey. Okay, you might be that low IQ. Go for it. I'm not saying you're dumb, but I am not going to fall for that. I know how the president is. I know that the president of the United States is not going to let anyone change his mind, specifically a foreign leader. Not going to happen. And we've already seen that. Trump already called them out, but I like the comment. I like it. I like it. I'm sure Candace Owens is probably all over that tonight, right? That's kind of her jam. And she is very comfortable at blaming everything on the people with the little hats. And if that's your shtick, go for it. You probably think the world's flat and the Freemasons control everything and the Illuminati and, all that stuff. Whatever. Alex Jones must have taken a night off. The United States Navy blockades the Strait of Hormuz. They're saying breaking news. It wasn't really breaking news. The president came out and said exactly what he was going to do. He said it. It wasn't breaking. The president walked out. I just picture Andrew Dice Clay walking out with a leather jacket, smoking a cigarette, and he's like, we're blocking the strait. We're blocking the strait. And he would drop a lot of F words and stuff like that. But that's the way that I'm starting to understand this president. Some of his jokes land amazingly. Some of them you're like, oh, boy. And I believe that's where Iran is. They're like, oh, we didn't get what we wanted when negotiating, and now we're getting called out. So, is it breaking news? We kind of expected this. And it seems like that's the trend on various social media platforms. Everything's breaking news, just in, now, wow, kapow, boom. I feel like we're watching the old Batman show where everything is breaking, kaboom, kaboom. I mean, come on, man. You got to get over yourself after a while. You can't fall for this stuff. It is nothing more than faux outrage, or that's what it feels like to me. I'm starting to understand exactly how this works. There are other countries now that are saying they're going to get involved. What does this say? I don't think JLR has the right to put his hands on women. Help me share this out. I don't know what that is. Rodney Miller. I have no idea even who JLR is. I have no idea. But we are going to take a little coffee break here. Oh boy, I love a good cup of coffee, and I love a little bit of coffee in my cup there, my hand grenade. I think those are pineapple grenades. For you Army veterans, you'll probably understand that better than I would. But in the chat, let me know. I always try to get an idea of who I'm talking to, where I'm talking to you at. Let me know if you're watching at home, maybe on your phone, if you're a veteran, if you're a patriot, if you like Trump, if you don't like Trump. I try to read as many comments as I can. They fly pretty fast, but I try to do my best to see all of the comments. So you let me know in the chat, and I'll put the comments there so everybody can. Jim Thorpe in Pennsylvania. Thank you very much, Jim. But I like to interact with the chat, and there's a lot of people that don't. They will just sit here. They will just put out their prerogative. They will never take any counterpoints, any counter messaging. They assume because they've got a microphone and a mouse and a camera that they're right. And I'm not that person. Okay. I'm not always right. I'm just a dumb submarine dude. Okay. And that's basically how I operate. And if you have something to say, feel free. I try to get all the messages in that I can. We'll start this one off. Mental Medalist, cigars for the warriors. For those of you that don't know, I'm a big cigar connoisseur. There's an organization that I have partnered with that I am sending a bunch of cigars to, and they're going to send them downrange for our war fighters. Okay. I'm a little biased when it comes to the United States Navy. And there's nothing like sitting on the fantail of a ship or in the bridge of a submarine smoking a stogie. There's nothing like it. Nothing like it. 2 a.m. mid-watch. You're standing lookout. You're in the North Atlantic. It's freezing cold. You got a foul weather suit. You got ice on your face, and you got a Fuente. There's nothing like it. I'm just going to say that. And I've experienced it. Some of you haven't. And nanny boo boo. That's what I chose to do as a career. And, RHIP, rank has its privileges. So that's what I enjoyed doing whenever I was underway. And Middle Medalist, thank you so much for kicking us off. I really appreciate it. I use a lot of the money sometimes for the chat, to super chats and memberships. That goes to helping me ship out some Bibles to some people, and then also helps me send some guitars. So that's what I do. Every Wednesday, I go help some vets get dog food for their service dogs. Ben, off topic. Do you do any fitness podcast? That's very off topic. No, I don't. I do push-aways. I push away from the dinner table. All right. But that is very off topic. God bless you. Appreciate you trying to throw me a curveball there. But now we're starting to see some of these other countries that the president tried to get involved. He tried to get some of these other countries involved to help. And now we've got in Turkey, Erdogan says Turkey may enter the war against Israel. Now, Turkey is a very Muslim country. And now they're saying that, we might get involved. And how many of you think this could be a bad move for Turkey? I think it could be a very bad move for Turkey. The dice man cometh, absolutely. And I don't think Turkey wants to get involved, but they could. They very well could. I hope they don't. But hey, you know what I mean? Iran threatens war. How laughable. Yeah. If there's any trolls in the chat, just let me know. I'm happy to flush them. We paid the water bill, so we can get rid of them very quickly. Now, some more information, and I won't even bother you with a lot of this other stuff. We'll just kind of rehash it and move on, give you my perspective. JD Vance announced no deal reached with Iran for this 21-hour marathon. Now, I think this was the last gasp that they want to offer them. They want to offer them one last chance. And I don't know if it's going to play out very well for some of these countries. I think that Iran should have probably taken the deal, but I don't know if they can publicly. If you've never been to the Middle East, it is a very arrogance-driven culture. They don't want to show publicly any loss of face, any loss of credibility. And they can't come out and admit this. You probably got some family members that just cannot come out and actively admit they're wrong. And they would lose all face, they would lose all credibility across the Middle East. Could there have been some things working behind closed doors? Very well could have been. Very well could have been. We don't know. And I'm actually right now happy that it's an honor culture. Thank you very much. That's the term I was looking for. It's an honor culture, much like the Chinese, much like the Japanese. They mess up, they fall on their ginzu, right? And I believe that's where this is coming from. So we may not know what kind of deal was reached. We may never find out. I don't know yet. That's for you to decide whether or not you think that we'll actually find out, whether or not you think that we will be given a privy to that. I just don't know. I don't know at what point, if they will admit some of their transgressions. Now, I did find something here that's very interesting, and I want to show you this because this is going to show you what you're being affected with right here at home, or at least maybe give you an idea. Let me remove this. If you want to support the channel, that little barcode up there, you can scan that and buy me a coffee. So this is the Strait of Hormuz status monitor. It's the Strait monitor. So we've got a 5-hour restriction that they've actually been on there right now. You can see a little further down the Strait of Hormuz traffic. You can see the traffic here. 7 ships. That's only 7% of what is normal has moved through. It gives you the Brent crude oil price. So it's up $8 in the last 24 hours. So it's about $127 a barrel right now. So you can track this, and I urge you to go check it out. Strait of Hormuz tracker. Ships transiting right now. There's 5 moving through the strait right now. The war risk insurance, the premium on insurance is up 2.5%. Okay. That should tell you a lot of things, how much that this is affecting everything. And look how much it's affecting some of these other countries, the top importers, Japan, South Korea, and India, right? That is who's really being affected. Now, the price of these products, goods, and services, if they go around the Cape of Good Hope, around the horn, they call it, it's going to add an extra $350,000 to do that. And it requires an additional 41 days instead of going through the Suez and the Strait of Hormuz. Strait of Hormuz is here, and the Suez Canal is just here. It goes through the Mediterranean. Now, the Trans-Arabian pipeline, this is pumping about $15,000 worth of oil, I believe, every hour, it looks like, through Saudi crude through to the Mediterranean. It's a very interesting website that I ran across, and one of my viewers sent this to me, and I thought it was pretty interesting that you can really, because a lot of people are numbers guys. There's a lot of numbers guys that want to see, I want to see the damn numbers, right? And I'll show you some more numbers here. We'll get into this. This is the Strait of Hormuz right now. This is live. You can see the amount of traffic that is coming in and out. You can see the channel markers here. Basically, there is a 2-mile wide inbound and a 2-mile wide outbound traffic lane that they have to go to. So there we go. And it is 21 miles wide. However, the shipping lane is 4 miles wide. So keep that in mind. It's only about 300 feet deep there at the center of the channel as well. Now, I'll show you something else that's really interesting here. And this is the latest update on what I would call targets of interest. Somebody said, submarine man, you would know. Could Iran have small submarines that could operate in shallow, narrow areas where ours couldn't? Name sounds like Gerard. No, I don't believe so. No. No. I mean, they could. I mean, anything could happen, but I don't believe that's happening right now. What you're seeing here is all of their missile batteries. You're seeing their air bases here where they have, some little bit of air capabilities. You know what? Let me just go ahead and get rid of this guy. Hide. Yeah, there you go. Bye, Johnny. I just can't deal with morons. Life's too short to deal with morons. Goodbye. So this is what you're seeing right here is the cape, and we'll go ahead and do that while I get it. Sorry, a hot drink while we flush them. Flush is a rest, right? Flush is a rest. So this is operating rise in line. You can see here all of the targets of interest. The big target of interest, in my opinion, is right up here around Isfahan. And this area here is where that F-15 Strike Eagle went down. It's also, I believe, right here where the United States staged the recovery, landed the C-130s, and recovered the pilot. And that pilot had went up on this mountain range, or one of these hilltops here. I wouldn't say mountain range, hilltops up here, 7,000 feet, I believe, and got out. So this is a very important area. We know we can get in and out of there. Whether or not they're going to go back again, I don't know. That's entirely up to the president. And I'm glad to see that we don't know some of these things, because as well as I do, there was too much information leaked during the previous administration. When Trump was in, there were too many leaks. We had people like Mike Pompeo, we had John Bolton, we had hell, I think Mike Pence could have very well been leaking information. I believe that Bill Barr was compromised. I believe he could have been leaking information. Can't confirm it. It'll probably never, we'll probably never be able to confirm that, but that's just my opinion. Now, the one thing, if I was Iran, I would be worried about right now is these are all of the resupplies that are happening as we speak. All of the aerial resupply, all of these cargo ships are coming back and forth from Germany, from Lakenheath, from Mildenhall, from all of these bases, and they're flying into the Middle East. They're flying in and they are resupplying, they are replenishing the United States military. That's a bad sign. That is a bad day when you allow the United States military to reload. You allow them to reload, that's bad. This is not going to end well. Now, I want to ask the question in the poll. Do you support Trump's method right now of closing the strait? Do you think it's a good idea of closing the strait, cutting off their money supply, cutting off their ability to earn? What do you think? And I'll hide the chat there for a second. Let's make the chat a little smaller there. Actually, we'll go there. We'll make the chat a little smaller so that everybody can see it. It's a little shorter. Some of you men will understand exactly what that is. There's a lot of people that say they do trust the president. There are tankers coming to the United States. Okay. Now, the George Bush, I saw that in the chat. The George Bush, that carrier group is also on the way. Nobody has ever gone after Pence. It's kind of strange, isn't it? Now, he was on Fox News, I believe, this morning, touting some of his stuff. But I mean, it's a weird timeline we're in. Okay. It's a very, very weird timeline. This is really the only time during Trump's two presidencies that he has deployed troops in this level. Okay. Now, with this major supply route, flying stuff in, they're bringing everything. They're probably bringing troops. They're bringing equipment. They're bringing more. I think they're getting prepared. I don't know if it's a ground invasion. I don't know if we're going to see more of an air bombardment. Right now, the skies are open. I mean, they're actively flying A-10s over their country like nobody's business. I mean, this is happening right now. That, can you imagine? I mean, this is where is this at? This is the Strait of Hormuz. This is over the Strait of Hormuz. This is an A-10. I mean, this right here tells me we could put crop dusters over there. Look at this, right here. So this is in, sorry, I got this mistaken. This is in England. This is Lakenheath, Mildenhall, around Newmarket, where they are preparing to go. Somebody said it's not Iran. Yeah, I read that wrong. This is what is going to Iran. Sorry about that. don't know about you, but I could watch this all day. Being a submarine guy, I could watch this and it wouldn't bother me a bit. How many of you ever been to Lakenheath or Mildenhall? Or any veterans in the chat, or maybe some civilians that have been there and worked in and around that military base? Beautiful base, sort of like in the Midlands. Very good location, and just a real nice place to be up. They have a lot of the F-15 Strike Eagles. They've got the KC-135s. I don't believe they have any bombers there. I do believe that they have some of the strike fighters, the F-35s. I believe they might have some of those. Somebody will probably know more than I will in the chat, some of you Air Force guys, but I am all for this. And you know that they are on their way to take care of freaking business. That's my opinion. And you can tell me I'm wrong on that one. I'll disagree with you. Right now in the poll in the chat, 97% of you support closing the Strait of Hormuz. 700 people have voted. 3% say no. We got some Tucker Carlson fans in here. Okay. I support closing the Strait of Hormuz. I really do. I believe it's one method that the president is going to use to really leverage what needs to happen, because it's the last thing that they have. It is the last asset that Iran has. Somebody just sent me this. Thank you for sharing this. This is off of the flight radar site, and this is real-time flight radar traffic of aircraft flying from the United Kingdom to the Middle East. Look at this. You see that? Real time. Trump is fixing the last 50 years of BS. You might be right about that. I've been to RAF Mildenhall, used to work on RAF Alconbury. Oh, the big golf balls. I was in England. I worked there at the part of the embassy support staff, did a little work at RAF Northwood. Did a little bit of work down in southern England at RAF St. Mawgan. Did some naval stuff down there. So yeah, this is real-time traffic. Saudi Arabia opened their pipeline. We're now moving oil through their pipeline. Good. I'm not a warmonger. I know the enemy. Ben Wesley Clark said this 2 weeks ago. Trump needs to shut down the straits, take full control to shut down the Iranians' threat. I believe that if you shut down their ability to export, I believe that's how you win this war, or you win this conflict. And you let me know in the chat, is this the answer? Resupply, reload, and then cut off their supply. And if there's anyone that disagrees with that, let me know why you think that's wrong. Because I don't like operating in echo chambers. I want to know why someone thinks it's not the right method. If there's someone that can tell me why not, that's what I want to hear. And I don't want to operate with everybody agreeing with me. Oh, the B-1s and B-52s are up there. Okay, gotcha. Okay. I've seen the stealth flying low. Okay. Tell me why this isn't a good idea. Somebody says they want a big glass parking lot. I don't think nuclear is the way that we go with this. I don't think nuclear is. I don't ever want to be alive when a nuclear weapon is used. I don't want to be a part of that. Walking in a straight line, great solution, better optics. Okay. You let me know if you. Let's do this. I'll put it to the chat. I know the chat is much smarter. Okay. I don't think some people understand what happens if we ever use a nuclear weapon. I don't know if people understand the ramifications of that. There's no going back. There's no going back from that. Just my opinion, but I don't want to be alive whenever that happens, because I think it'll be a domino effect worldwide. Let's see here in the chat. Do you think we should use nukes? 10% of you say yes. Okay. Tell me why you want or you think that that's the option. Because I think you expel, or is it expel or expend? You expend every other option before you use the nuclear option. That's what I think. A percentage of this chat is, yeah, you might be right. You could be very well be right. I don't want to say that because I'm sure YouTube would probably eliminate this this video if I said what that guy said. But you all know it starts with an R and ends with did. Okay. But I don't think that President Trump wants to do this. Now, the one thing that I find very interesting is one JR. Hold on, let's see here. Greeting Mr. Dykes and all. I hope you're all well tonight. I've been on the side just listening while I eat. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. That's a great comment. My name's Ben. Call me Ben. The one thing that I find very interesting is that JD Vance said that one of the reasons Iran didn't agree to the deal is they wanted to keep their nuclear capabilities. But just a couple of weeks ago, there was a guy by the name of Joe Kent that said Iran didn't have nuclear capabilities.
Whatever shortcomings in the negotiation, it wasn't because of the Pakistanis, who did an amazing job and really tried to help us and the Iranians bridge the gap and get to a deal. We have been at it now for 21 hours, and we've had a number of substantive discussions with the Iranians. That's the good news. The bad news is that we have not reached an agreement, and I think that's bad news for Iran much more than it's bad news for the United States of America.
Do you think that? I believe that. Apparently, there was a bad incident at a Chick-fil-A in New Jersey, I think. It's a horrible situation there. Horrible situation. But Joe Kent said that Iran didn't have any nuclear capabilities. And now Iran is saying, we won't agree to peace because we want to keep our nuclear capabilities. So you let me know your thoughts on that in the chat. And I love how in the chat we can have a real debate. We can, somebody said Joe Kent's a traitor, he's a leaker. I don't know, but I believe we're going to find out. I believe this president is going to find out who has been leaking, who they've been leaking it to, and where that information went. The good old who, what, when, where, and why. I believe that is going to happen. Now, I want to show you something here, and I'm so glad that this lady did not get elected. This is Nikki Haley on the right. Nikki Haley says that the United States will probably need to use special forces to get Iran's uranium. And then she says, I'm not running for president in 2028. Thank you, Lord. I don't want her anywhere near the White House. But my question is, does Nikki Haley think that special forces carry a bulldozer with them or a bobcat? Listen to this, if I can get this clip to play.
So do you believe that the U.S. military, special forces, and those who support special forces just need to go in and extract the enriched uranium?
I think that's probably what it's going to come down to. I mean, this is a special force mission. it would take about a week to 10 days to get done. They know how to do it. It's dangerous. It's not something that we can, just sit and think it's casual. I think they have to do it. But once they do that, they're taking away literally one arm of the Iranian regime to where they no longer can threaten any of our allies or
boots on
threaten
the ground
us anymore.
So Nikki Haley really thinks that special forces, the Navy SEALs, that Navy SEALs have somebody said they've got a bulldozer on their pocket knife, their specialty knife, new pocket tool, the Gerber bulldozer. How many of you agree with her? Thank you for becoming a member. H. Welder, member for 6 months. Trump is fixing the last 50 years of BS. Let me give you that one.
Amen.
I appreciate that.
Hallelujah. And boom shakalaka.
I think you're right about that. And I don't understand why so many previous presidents just kicked the can down the road. But they damn sure did. So many previous presidents just wanted to kick the can right down the road. And it doesn't make sense at all why they've all been so damn scared of this country. Trevor, MAGA, member for 26 months. Wow. Thank you very much. God bless you. Trev,
How dare you?
how dare you support the channel? How dare you? But there's other things that are happening behind the scenes. I do want to show you this. This is pretty good. And I'd love to get some of your guys as Ben, we got them dump trucks. I don't know how you get dump trucks into Iran. But that could be interesting. I'd like to see some dump trucks in Iran, right? Why not? Let's go right here. This is pretty good. I like this little explanation this is.
Iran's these small boats even have the power to sink aircraft carriers. First of all, let's talk about Iran's Haidar 110 speedboat. This is not just a small boat, but a bullet running on the sea with a speed of 110 knots, which is about 204 kilometers per hour. It is among the fastest combat boats in the world. Its job is hit and run, meaning attack and then immediately disappear. In second place is Iran's Zulfiqar speedboat. This is Iran's most important and deadly weapon. This boat is specially built to fire Iran's Nasr-1 cruise missile. Its special feature is its modern radar system, which gives it the power to target large enemy warships from miles away. The third and most dangerous Iranian speedboat is Ashura. It is small in size, because of which radars cannot easily detect it. Its real mission is laying mines in the sea. It silently places explosive naval mines that can cripple any large aircraft carrying ship, meaning an aircraft carrier. Friends, according to reports, before the recent Israel-Iran and America war began, the IRGC had around 3,000 to 5,000 such speedboats, which have the power to sink large and heavily armed ships.
So they had that many speedboats. That gives you an idea of what the Iranian Navy is down to. Can outrun a missile. I believe that the A-10s are going to take care of some of these speedboats. That's what I want. I've got to write this down. 13% of you want nuclear weapons to be used. That is the one that I can't get my head around that. I can't get my head around that one. Okay. Stop, Fred. Fred's whining. And I don't know why he's whining, but he typically does whenever he wants something. He usually sleeps on my feet. And just on time, service dogs. Fred, you're not a service dog. Daisy is. But thank you very much, Real KRO.
How dare
And
you?
how dare you? I'll give you a boom shakalaka.
Amen. Hallelujah. And boom shakalaka.
I think somebody was asking in the chat about converting knots to miles per hour. A knot is about 1 mile per hour is about 0.8687 knots. So there you go. Just in case anybody wanted to, if you're that into understanding nautical stuff. Has anyone looked up the exchange rate of the BRICS? I don't know. Send me your shekels. Send me your shekels, right? And that's the running joke is if you support anything that's happening in the Middle East right now, if you support anything that the president is doing right now, then you're immediately accused of being some Iranian sympathizer, or sorry, you're immediately accused of being some Israeli sympathizer. You're, that's what you're going to get called. And, I don't care where you're at on the spectrum, mentally, physically, sexually, whatever, lick or stick, whatever you want. I'm pro-America. And if there is ever American troops deployed around the world, I am for whatever they're being deployed for. I don't care. That's how I operate. If we have boots deployed, Navy, boondockers, if we have American troops deployed, I am for whatever they are doing. That's my opinion. And I don't know where you're at, but go for it. Somebody says Bernie 2028. You know what? That just got you banned right there. just typing that got you gone. Patriot to you. Goodbye. Yeah. We'll get rid of you really quick because Bernie will take everything you own, and he's never had a job. So you're getting played. Yeah, there you go. No Bernie. I don't deal with socialists, and just mentioning that tells me you're a socialist. So goodbye. Go watch David Pakman. I see Bernie for a nursing home. Absolutely. Down the toilet. Goodbye. Yeah. I hold up. Let's see here. Let's see here. Hey, buddy. There we go. Thank you very much. I didn't see you in the chat. God bless you. There we go. But what are your thoughts? And let me show you this. This is a good clip. And I want to get your opinion on this because I don't know this gal's name or whatever. Typically just one of Fox's probably got on a cocktail dress at 4 a.m. That's typically how Fox works, but it's Fox is bubblegum sometimes. Bubblegum, right? Hell no, Bernie Sanders, I live in Vermont. Yeah, goodbye. Tommy Lauren. There you go. Tommy Lauren. Okay.
This just in, U.S. Central Command just announced that forces will begin implementing a blockade of all traffic entering and exiting Iranian ports tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern time. CENTCOM says the blockade will be enforced against vessels of all nations, but will not impede freedom of navigation for vessels transiting the Strait of Hormuz to and from non-Iranian ports. All right. So that's
So 10 a.m. tomorrow. 10 a.m. tomorrow is the get ugly time. That's where you ain't got to go home, but you got to go. 10 a.m. tomorrow is whenever things are going to get a little Western, get a little Coral Sea, get a little frisky. We might see some submarine action there. They are there. We might see what these Aegis cruisers are capable of. They're there. We might see what some of these special weapons are on some of these warships. They are there. I'm interested in seeing this. What is going to happen to the very first warship that they get involved with, or container that they get involved with? I don't know what is good. Somebody says boom booms are coming. Right. Time for them to meet Davy Jones. You could be very well correct. Do you all think that the United States starts sinking some ships? Best clip we've seen all month? I don't know. Ben, I don't trust Tucker son in the administration. I don't know his son. I have no idea. I don't have any idea about his son. Artificial reefs incoming. Yeah, you're probably right about that. Let's go. Ben, they have no more ships to sink. Oh, the containers that are coming in and out. Kablamo pow. President Trump took questions at Andrews Air Force base just now. Perfect. Good. I didn't see that, but let's see if we can find that. Where was that at? Does anybody know, or let me know? Let me know in the chat. We'll see if we can find it. Where is that? Trump gives major ultimatum to Iran. Thank you, KRO. I don't know where that is, where he took some questions. All right, there we go. You know what? Let's see what we can do here. This was a clip earlier today, which I thought was interesting, with the president talking about the minesweepers. And I think this is very relevant because this is going to be the heart and soul.
Is raising the stakes with Iran after yesterday's historic peace talks in Pakistan ended with no deal. In a Truth Social post and in an interview on our Sunday morning Futures, the president said the U.S. Navy will soon blockade the Strait of Hormuz, and he accused Tehran of refusing to back down on its nuclear ambitions. Alex Hogan is at the White House with more. Alex.
Hi, John. That's right. So the president today made that major announcement that the U.S. Navy will start blocking passage through the Strait of Hormuz, and it will also be clearing the critical waterway of mines.
We're not going to let Iran make money on selling oil to people that they like and not people that they don't like or whatever it is. We have highly sophisticated underwater minesweepers, which are the latest and the greatest, but we're also bringing in more traditional minesweepers. And so I understand is the UK and a couple of other countries are sending minesweepers.
Vice President J.D. Vance and the rest of the U.S. delegation are on their way back from Pakistan. 21 hours of talks and still no deal. The main sticking point, the country's nuclear capabilities.
So the president is doing what's necessary to accomplish the main objectives here, and that has remained to make sure that Iran does not have a nuclear weapon and to significantly degrade their ballistic missiles capabilities.
Democrats argue that the administration should have seen this all coming.
This has been absolutely one of the reasons why for 47 years, no American president took this action, because the Iranian regime's bad, but we know they were going to take those, close the strait and go.
Did I hear him correctly that he said for 47 years, this is why we've done nothing? Because we're afraid of them? We're letting them run the world's commerce? It sounded like that's what he said. That we just let them do whatever they want for 47 years because we were worried, because we were intimidated, because we were scared. Is that what he said? Because that's the way I heard it. You tell me what you heard here.
The administration should have seen this all coming.
This has been absolutely one of the reasons why for 47 years, no American president took this action, because the Iranian regime's bad, but we know they were going to take those, close the strait and go after the Gulf allies.
So because they're bad, we don't do anything? Because they're bad, we don't do anything. I mean, that's the way I heard it, and I'm not very smart. You let me know what you heard there, because I heard something different. Real KRO, I really appreciate that for the super chat, for the service dogs. I don't understand how. Here we go. Because Iran has placed water mines, they probably have land mines as well. I don't think we're worried about that. Obama paid them for cash. For 47 years, no American president had any cojones. See, I know Spanish. I've been working on my Spanish. I mean, I guess who was it right here? That's a good one too. I guess North Korea is next. They're bad too. We can't do anything to bad people. Bad people are in charge, right? I mean, at some point you have to punch the bully in the face. And we're being bullied by an inferior country. We're being bullied by an inferior bunch of clowns. Deborah says BS. I call BS. Iran is not a superpower. They will never be a superpower. So why have we allowed them to be treated like a superpower? That's what I'm really kind of upset about. And I know if we've got any Marines in the chat, you don't forget about Iran. If we've got any Air Force veterans, you don't forget about Khobar Towers. You don't forget about the barracks in Beirut. You don't forget about the Cole. Yeah, right? USS Cole. You don't forget about those United States Navy sailors that were taken hostage and made to put on their knees and beg for their lives. You don't forget that. Or I don't forget it. I know I don't. What you going to do when Trump comes for you? You better hide. You better get on a drone-proof helmet is what I'm thinking. Nobody thought Iran would fire at their neighbors. Remember Iraq? Absolutely. I remember Iraq. I was there. I went in 2005. It wasn't pretty. Not a pretty place to be at all. Now I had it easier than others. I'll just say that. I had it much easier than others. I wasn't some kind of Green Beret special ops SEAL Team Delta 9 dude. That wasn't my jam. Okay. Not my jam. This is funny. Somebody just sent me this. Let me show you this. This is pretty funny. Here we go. This is, I'll just play it. So this is the guy that was trying to get into somebody's Ring camera. And this is saying countries that refused to help clear the Strait of Hormuz, and now their ships can't get through. That's pretty good. That's a good one. I got to give Glenn, thank you for sending me that. Can you smell what the Trump is cooking? Same here. Iraq 04, 05. There you go. I mean, it does look like Ryan Macbeth, doesn't it? It does look like Ryan Macbeth. So that's kind of where we're at. I'm boxing up a bunch of cigars. Friend of mine owns a cigar shop here in town. He's a retired police officer. And we're going to be sending some cigars down range. I want to give a big shout out to a friend of mine. He doesn't pay me to advertise his channel, his website. He is just he's just a Vietnam veteran is what he is. And his name is Don Lau. Okay. And the last time that I brought his website up, he had a bunch of people ordering flags from his website. It's him and his grandson that make these. And I don't know who from my channel ordered this one, but Don had to make this custom because someone on my channel wanted one of these. They wanted this one with the Second Amendment with the M16s. I don't know who did that, but Don created it. It is he made it for somebody on the channel. And so Don makes all of these different flags, and you can get any branch of service that you want. That is, your branch of service, your family member's branch of service. Okay. Coast Guard, Space Force. In my office where I work at, I have bought a flag for every branch of service. We have every branch along the wall in my office. And you can see this, a lot of lady veterans, veteran's a veteran. I don't care how you go to the bathroom. Okay. And he also does fire, rescue, all this other stuff. So the last time that we did this, he had a bunch of flags ordered. And let's just play this. Let me play this clip of Don and his grandson. There's probably no better way to advertise for him than playing this clip. Okay. So I'll do this. Let's play this clip of Don. This was local news coverage.
I'm Don Lau. This is my grandson, Jeremiah.
Don Lau is a Vietnam veteran. He joined the U.S. Army in 1966.
It just gave me an extra sense of love for the flag and how important it is.
He and his grandson, Jeremiah, handcrafted their first wooden flag as a gift.
Jeremiah is the one that got me started doing it. He wanted a Betsy Ross flag built for his father. And we built that, and then we built another one and put it out on Facebook, and it sold in 10 minutes.
A year and a half later, their business called A Beautiful Flag is still operating with classic designs.
This is just a traditional 50-star flag.
And custom woodwork.
Of course, the Army
While these seals and flags are meaningful for the people they make them for, the most meaningful part for Dawn and Jeremiah is spending time together.
Tell me what's fun about it.
Getting to spend time with him.
Yeah, I think it's mutual.
And with dozens of designs to choose from on their website, they don't plan on stopping anytime soon.
We're having fun doing it. We're not making a fortune, but we're having fun.
In Bella Vista, Cole Zimmerman, 4029.
That is Don Lau. He's in Arkansas. He's about 15, 20 miles away from where I live. I'll put a link to his website in the chat. And but I believe a lot of the money that he uses for making the flags is to help his grandson. I believe that's the whole goal. And I'll show you a little bit more here. You can see some of the other ones here that he's got. 1776, the Air Force. You can get the bundle for all of them. And then there's just all kind. I think there might even be, let's see here. I think we might even have, this is Royce Gracie. I believe he's like a jiu-jitsu ultimate fighting guy. There's a Navy flag. I like that one the best. You've got some veterans here. A lot of veterans, 82nd Airborne. There's me right here in my office. Right here we go. I don't know if that'll.
Hey, Washington County Judge Patrick Deakins here. Today, our nation celebrates Flag Day, and we honor the beautiful symbol that represents us all around the world. Interesting tidbit for you. The modern flag design was adopted by the Second Continental Congress in 1777. I'm here with the Veteran Service Director, Ben Dykes, standing in front of one of our more cherished pieces of artwork here, a flag that was donated to us at the county. Director Dykes would like to give a shout out to the individuals who made this possible for us here.
Yeah, thank you. This flag was made by Don Lau. He's a Vietnam veteran, and him and his grandson make these. He has a website. It's called abeautifulflag.com. He sends these to, I think he sent them to 48 different states across the United States. Go check them out. Don donated one of these with every branch of service in our office. Stop by anytime if you need any help with veteran services.
So there you go. The shameless plug. Watching me, watch me. There you go. But he does them with everything. And there's like an Apache helicopter. So give Don a big shout out. abeautifulflag.com. You'll feel better and it'll make a damn difference. And I believe Don uses a lot of that money to help his grandson. I think his grandson might have. I don't want to say anything. I don't want to say anything. Let's see here. Little brother, body person. You see what he's standing by? Oh, somebody sent me a photo here of their. Let me go here. I want to share this. I don't know who sent this just now, but apparently this is a family member standing next to an A-10 Warthog. Wow, that is amazing. I won't share the information that was provided with that, but that is a big salute, and God bless him. God bless him. Rest his soul. Rest in peace. You see what he's standing by? I love this pic of him. Have a blessed day. P.S. No need to text back. I'm cool. Salute. Fair winds, following seas. Little brother. Wow. Man, that's touching. You could get a flag with an A-10 Warthog on it. You could do that. Let's do this. Let's fire up the machine. Right? Let's fire it up. Lines are open, 615-475-7864. The Flying Tank. Is that the nickname for that? My late husband came back from the Gulf Wars a different man. Yeah, no kidding. That's a tough one. Follow Ben on X. Yeah, you can follow me on X. Follow me over there. Lines are open. 615-475-7864. Get your calls in. Love to talk to you. Turn down the phones in the background. Number one, whatever you're listening to. Line one, go.
Good evening, Ben, and happy Sunday to you.
Happy Sunday to you, sir.
Hey, it's old Grumpy. I'm over here in Jackson, Tennessee, as usual.
Sure.
Hey, brother, we was talking about, you were talking about how they're closing off the Strait of Hormuz.
Mm-hmm.
If you remember back about a month ago when this just got good and started, I told you this was going to boil down to siege warfare. And that's what we're going to have to do. You're going to have to strangle this enemy out. Because they're not going to quit fighting.
Okay. Yeah, I can agree with that. I believe cutting off their supply is a great way to do that. I think that's a great way, you know.
Nah, brother. Well, that's what I wanted to say to you. And yeah, man, y'all have a great weekend, and we love you.
God bless you. God bless you. The person that sent the photo of their loved one said, P.S. What does this say? Thank you. I'm in tears. I miss him. Wasn't inspecting that. Well, feel free to put his name in there and I'll give him a shout out. If you have a veteran or a family member that you miss, and I can keep up with the chat, I'll try to give them a shout out. Okay. And if you've got somebody deployed downrange right now, if you've got a veteran, an active duty military member deployed, you put their name in the chat and I'll try to give them a shout out if I can keep up with it. There people are turning them in. I think you're right about that. Let's go. Second call of the night, line 2. Looks like an Alabama area code. What you got?
It's J-Rod. What's going on, my man, Ben? You having a good day, brother?
You know, I'm having a great day. Got up early, got some stuff done, went to church. This evening, we went down to the barn. We've got some baby chicks. So we had to set up the pen to put some put a heat lamp and some. I had to make a quick run to the feed store before it closed to get some chick starter and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, absolutely. A great
right,
day.
bro.
A great. I think a
Dang
good
right.
day is when you can experience all emotions. And at church today, they baptized like 9 people. 9 people they baptized at church this morning.
Wow, that's what's up, man. That's the American values that everybody should be, thankful of. And a lot of people don't even know what you're talking about. You know what
And
I mean, when it comes to that.
somebody came up and be at church and they said, "Hey man, I love watching your show." I was like, "Wow, thank you very much." And I got a big hug from the preacher. God bless you, J-Rod. I appreciate you. Roll Tide. There we go. Line 3. What do you got?
What's up, buddy? Joy from Wisconsin.
Good morning.
You know, I've been thinking about everything everybody's been saying.
Sure.
You know what the problem with the United States is? You know, they get someone, they got their foot on their neck, and then they step off their neck. They got to, you know what, let's just finish this. I mean, don't think we need to drop the big bomb on them. But like I said, we strangle them out through the straits and, just keep laying death from above. I mean, we got them where we want them by the short and curlies. Let's do it. Let's take them out. Stop screwing around.
Do you think President Trump is the first president to have a real killer instinct in the last 50 years?
I think it's like more like a set of balls.
Yeah, I think
I believe. Yeah, because he's a deal maker, man. He's smart. He's thinking, these guys are, thinking, diplomacy, and they know, man. This guy's saying, I want what's best for the world at this point, because, like I said, what do we benefit out of this? This is helping out these ungrateful bastards in Europe, not us.
God bless you, sir. Take care. Have a good evening. Line 4, another Alabama caller, it looks like.
Hey, it's J-Rod again. I didn't get to say nothing, man.
Oh, well, you better speak quick. I got the call line. I got the call board lined up. Go ahead, J-Rod.
Here's 3 things that the whole world needs to be worried about right now.
Let's hear it.
It's the day that Donald Trump got shot in the ear and said, fight, fight, fight.
Okay.
The day on the campaign trail, and he said, when we get tired of winning, don't stop. We're going to keep winning, and we're going to keep winning. And just a few months ago, when he had that same look that he's got on his True Social post, and he said, we're not playing games. That's all anybody needs to worry about.
I think when Donald Trump got shot, that changed him. That changed him. And that in turn, he's like, I've got one shot at this. I get reelected and I'm going to do everything I can to save the United States. I think from ourselves. And I think Iran is just in the way of us saving us from ourselves. J-Rod, sorry I cut you off a minute ago. I appreciate you, brother.
It's all right, brother. Keep rocking. Let's go.
God bless you. I'll say roll tide again. Anybody comes out, talks about Alabama, we do. Line 4, Mark in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, hey, Ben, how you doing? Hey, I think Trump had this plan for 4 years. He's been planning this. He has a plan for every day he's going to be in the presidency until he's in 2028. He's planned this for 4 years. He knows what he's doing. He took Venezuela first, controlled it. He choked Cuba. He's going after Greenland. He has it all planned out. Okay, he's not King Liar or whatever Alex Jones is saying, full of crap. He has it all planned out, and he even from my listening, he even let those guys have their airplane communications on that island that they're letting them cut through. All we have to do is take out that communications, and they won't even know who's shipping in and out of that shipping lane.
Good point.
Trump got it done. Just everybody needs to stop being panicking. We're all good.
Thank you very much, brother. God bless you, Mark. Line 5. What do you got? Line 5 hung up. Okay. There we go. Line 5 hung up. Call back. Fakers from the beginning. Somebody sent me a text. Do you believe Candace Owens and Tucker? You might be right. Line 5. Let's try this again.
Hey, what's up?
Line 5. Go right ahead. You're on the clock.
Hey, Ben, this is Josh in Knoxville, man. How you doing tonight?
Amazing.
Hey, I have to say, go Big Orange.
Okay, that's all right. You know what University of Tennessee, UT, and Auburn stands for, right?
What?
Auburn stands for Alabama usually beats us round November, and then UT is us too.
That's awesome, Ben. Hey, man, I just want to appreciate you and thank you for your service for our country and everything you do for everything. Your show's awesome, man. I appreciate it.
God bless you. You take care. Have a great night. Roll damn tide.
Buddy.
Roll tide.
Go Big Orange.
We're not talking about Rocky Top. I think that guy. Oh, call back. Call back. I had some mail that came in today, and then I've got some mail going out. Let's go, Eric Tate. What do you got, Eric? The line.
What's going on, Ben Dice, my friend?
The line is
and
yours,
everybody in the chat.
For those who don't know, Eric's one of my moderators.
Want to comment.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, my friend.
Go right ahead. You're the moderator. It's your time.
No, what I just wanted to say is everybody in the chat, just keep the faith. This is what we voted for. I have 1,000% trust in President Donald Trump. Okay. He's doing a wonderful job as far as showing strength. This is the first time that we actually have a president that's really showing dominance, strength, religion, and everything that's in there to fight for their country and our military. Because, Ben, I was telling my brother, whose name is Ben too. My dad's name is Benny, God rest his soul. My brother's in the military, Navy Admiral for 36 years. So, so basically I came from a military family, and a lot of my uncles and stuff that served in Vietnam as well. So I admire that we have a strong military. I admire the country that I was raised in, which is the United States. I admire that we have a president that shows true strength, President Donald Trump. And God bless that he's in office and he's doing the right moves at the right time.
I agree with that. And I did see a comment. Somebody just said, here we go. Nirvana in Tyler, Texas. MAGA is now 0-8 on closing negotiation deals. What deals has Trump not closed? I mean, Iran chose not to agree. I think I don't know who this picture is. It looks like Beyonce or something. I don't know. I can't think of 8 times that I think Trump has ended like 8 wars. What are your thoughts?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because before we had presidents, and my friend, we had presidents before that were so busy as far as making deals, but not having a strategy behind the scenes and it's the old saying, like they say, you keep your friends, but you keep your enemies close so you can keep an eye on them. But at the same time, it's like, listen, if we're giving you deals and we're making these trades and stuff, it has to balance out. If we get nothing in return, we're protecting you. You supposed to, we're protecting our assets and stuff. And you're having a country that a lot of people need to think about 9/11, all this other stuff, because that's my brother was in the military and went through all that stuff. I didn't forget that. A lot of Americans shouldn't forget that. And President Donald Trump didn't forget that, especially what happened in New York, because he came from New York. So he's looking at that right now.
My thing is, for everyone that is hypercritical of the president, who would do it better? That's the question right now for the chat. If you don't, who could do better than the current president? I challenge Nirvana or any of the other people in the chat. Who could do it better? Eric, I appreciate you calling, brother. You're the best.
Anytime, my friend. And God bless everyone in the chat, too.
Hey, I almost bought a 66 Ford Ranch wagon. It's mint condition, 3 on the tree. It's white. It's got the door that opens up either like a barn or it'll flop down. 3 on the tree.
Right. Oh, wow.
He wants, I can't get rid of my truck.
No, don't get rid of the truck. Don't get rid of the truck.
He doesn't really want to sell it. He's like, I'll trade you for your truck. I'm like, truck's off the table. Truck's off the table.
Exactly.
Truck's off the table. Go to hell. Thank you very much. God bless you, Eric.
All right, my friend.
God bless you. I came this close, man. I came this close. Wife's going out of town. I might buy it while she's out of town. I don't know. Donkey voice. What do you got, Donkey?
Hey, brother. I think that we could be looking at a whole new marketplace tomorrow morning when we all wake up.
Okay.
It's all fluid. Well, because it's, super fluid, right? But obviously what's happening at the Strait of Hormuz, if we do go in and allow ships to move in and out, things will change drastically. But for now, it looks like that's not going to happen. So I think, the markets are going to get real tight tomorrow. We might see some, pretty big splashes. And we'll see how the economy shakes itself after that. But, all I want to say, my friend, is you are like Rush Limbaugh. You are a great voice. People understand your position. No, man. We honor you, and that's why we watch your channel. Well, but anyway, I won't take up any more of your time, my brother. But I prayed for you today, and I prayed for the country and all the patriots.
I need it always.
What's that?
I said I always need it. I'll never turn it down.
Well, I love you, brother. You be well.
God bless you. Have a good evening. Let's go right here. Line 7. What do you got, line 7?
Hey, Ben. Adam from Massachusetts. I just wanted to say,
Adam, good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. I just wanted to say I love the show. This is exactly what I voted for 3 times, and I will vote a 4th time for this. And just wanted to give some love to you guys and your audience. And
Adam, let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. There is a large contingency of Iranian Americans, right? And I know 2 Iranian Americans that live very close. They are both so happy with this because they want to go back and visit their families. They left in 1978, 1979. They want to be able to go back and visit their families. Why don't people recognize that? Why is this like, I think this is Reagan taking down the wall in East Germany. This is Trump taking down that same barrier. I think it's that same level of accomplishment. What say you?
I say that, that family that wants to go back, they recognize it. And I think a lot of people that are in their position also recognize it, that there's a big mess that's getting cleaned up in their old hometown. And now they have a chance to go back home and to go, do what they couldn't do before because there was that evil, or that regime that was, making life hard for them over there, So yeah, I think a lot of people recognize that that was a problem that no other president really wanted to deal with. But luckily, you know, we got a guy in there now that's willing to clean up the mess, you know, and to get it done.
He wanted to pass the problem on to somebody else. Thank you for calling.
Right.
Brother. God bless you.
Thank you, sir. God bless.
God bless you. Big salute up there in Massachusetts. Line 8. Go right ahead.
Hey, hey, man, I've been watching your show since like the last election cycle, and
Thank you.
I'm a big fan.
I appreciate it. Where are you calling from?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that Trump knows exactly what he's doing, man. They've been planning this stuff for probably since his last presidency.
Okay.
But Iran, you know, they would have always ended up closing the Strait of Hormuz eventually. The only difference is that now they don't have nuclear weapons.
It's their only leverage. It's their only bargaining chip right now, is what I think. Right?
I think so too.
Okay.
I think so too. And you know, the biggest difference is now they don't have nuclear weapons, and them being a theocratic dictatorship, man, they would have used those weapons, or those weapons would have been in the hands of like terrorist organizations that they fund.
I agree with you. I agree with you 1,000%. 1,000%.
Striking first was the smartest thing that we could have done.
Yeah. Don't wait. God bless you. Thank you for calling. Line 1. We're back at the top of the board. Go right ahead.
Hey, this is North Carolina. I just want to say I think we need to build a base right there on the Hormuz, and because as soon as Trump is out of office, they'll go right back to their old tactics.
You don't have any faith in any of these other countries maintaining that, keeping the Iranians at bay?
They can't even maintain their own military.
I think you're 1,000% right. I don't like the idea of putting a base there, but I think you're right in the sense that I don't trust England. I don't trust any of these other countries that we thought were our allies. Trump's superpower is exposing who hates America and who hates the freedom that we have. There is nothing more that some of these countries would want than for us to join the World Health Organization, stay in the World Health Organization, join this new world order, and just fall in and have this mass open policy where they just flood us with immigrants. That was almost accomplished. One guy has stopped it. One guy. That's what I think. And I don't think Trump wants to pass his problems on to his successor. And I think more importantly, when he got shot, he realized he didn't want to pass his problems or leave problems around for people that could do the same thing to his sons, his grandsons, his granddaughters, or his wife. That's what I think. God bless you.
God bless you. And I think you're 100% right. But as far as our allies go, I think they lost their identity. They're basically Muslims now.
Is there one ally that you trust?
Israel.
I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to agree with you on that. Yeah, I agree with you. God bless you. Have a good night, sir. Let's go troll under the bridge. What do you got, troll?
Hey, I'm not very comfortable with the idea of the UK coming down and helping us now after proving themselves to be the great backstabbers and liars that they have been to us over the past, umpteen years now. I mean, this could be the Trojan horse that could slip right in there, and next thing you know, they could either maybe turn their guns on us because, I mean, what's their population now? 60% Muhammad. I mean,
I hate to agree with you, man, or I don't hate to agree with you. I think you're absolutely right. I think you're 1,000% right that, I mean, Trump showed who doesn't support us, and we have been paying for them forever. One JR says he voted for a giant war. We're 43 days into a conflict, one JR. Change your nappy. This isn't a war. Not a war. Change your nappy.
This is a skirmish right now.
Go dilate. Put some Vagisil on. or Vagistat. Get some Vagistat. I forget that me, myself, and Irene.
We get a price check on Vagistat, line 1.
I think that's what one JR needs to get right there. That's what we need to get.
Hey, Ben.
Yes, sir.
My dad was a serviceman back on the USS Downs destroyer. I have 2 of the Blue Jackets manuals. I have a spare one. Would you like me to send you one?
No, but I'm going to show you something. Hold up. Let's see.
Okay.
I'm going to show you something that I've got here. I have a Blue Jackets manual here from 1943. 1943. And I've got another Blue Jackets manual from, hold up, 1918.
Oh, wow. That right there's some history right there, buddy.
And the one from 1918 that I've got, I tried to give it back to the family of the sailor. He was from Norman, Oklahoma. After he got out of the Navy, he went back to Norman, Oklahoma, became a judge, and he died in the early 80s. I tried to give this back to them, and they said they didn't want it. And the other one from 1943, I tracked this one down. It was a sailor, somebody from Rhode Island. I tracked them down, and they said they didn't want it either. The one from 1918 didn't have a whole lot of photos in it, but this one has all the photos and actually has some information about the about submarine warfare, because 1943 we were at war. 1918 we were at war. World War I, World War II.
Yep.
So these are, if I could find somebody that they meant more to them than me, I would give them to them, because they're just books on a shelf for me. I mean, they have a lot of history.
That World War I thing brings up a thought of mine too. I'm glad that nothing happened to JD Vance, because that would have basically been a Franz Ferdinand situation.
Ooh, I thought about that. I thought about that as well. I think you're right, brother. Thank you for calling. I really appreciate you. God bless you. God bless you. The Queen City she is related to Muhammad. I think the Queen's dead. Imagine Democrats. Let's see here. What's the Blue Jackets manual? Blue Jackets manual is a book you get issued to you when you join the Navy, when you go to boot camp. This is your Navy Bible. There you go. That's your Navy Bible. There's one from 1918, 1943. If somebody in the chat, I don't know. It's not something I need. Queen Charles. I have no idea who Queen Charles is, and nor do I care. Let's go here. Let's if anybody wants to call in, feel free. But I'm going to grab some other things and show here real quick. Let's go here. Wait. Oh, crap. I just did it. I just almost disconnected everything. Wow. I am a goof troop. This is pretty interesting here. This is a, let me enlarge this. Let's enlarge this. This is a picture or video. Wait, let me go. It'll take me a second to grab that call. Let's go right here. Line 1, go right ahead.
Hey, Ben, this is Kevin from Texas.
Yes, sir.
49th Armored Division. I did just under 13 years, and I won't tell you something.
Turn the audio down in the background. I haven't hung up on you because you're a veteran. Typically, I would. Turn whatever you're listening to down in the background, because it gives me an echo. No problem.
I just want to say our president is playing a master class of chess.
Okay.
He is at 5 to 10 steps ahead of every world leader there is or has ever been.
Okay.
And I don't understand all these panicking so freaking out about, World War III. It's not going to be World War III. We went in, we whooped ass, and we're coming home. But he's got to finish the job, because otherwise the world is still going to be disabled over there.
Let me ask you this. And what presidents did you serve under when you were in?
From 87 to 2000.
Okay. So you were at Bush, or 87. That might've been Reagan, right? Reagan into George W. So you saw how the United States went from speak softly, carry a big stick to let's make bad decisions and let's do stuff in the White House with cigars and women, that kind of thing. Do you have more faith in this president than you did than those guys?
10,000 fold, Ben. I've never felt so much love and pride for my country than I do now. And all these individuals that are out there that claim to be Americans, they're bad-mouthing our president, bad-mouthing our country, and bad-mouthing our military. And I'm telling you now, they don't ever want to do that in front of me or around me because something bad gonna happen.
Let me ask you this. If you could give me just one name of someone that flipped on Trump that really you didn't expect, who would that be? The one that shocked you the most?
Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Marjorie Taylor Greene. Okay. Yeah. It's a weird one, isn't it? It's a weird situation.
Yep. She was a big hardcore MAGA fan. Then all of a sudden she goes ballistic over, something evidently Trump didn't give her enough attention or something, or kiss her butt enough. But you know what? That's not his job. He's not there to make friends. He's there to do a job. And this is what we voted for.
I don't want a president that worries about my feelings. God bless you. Thank you for your service, brother. Thank you for your service.
You, sir. Have a good night.
Yes, sir. Thank you for your service. Somebody said Jimmy Carter should have protected the Pahlavi dynasty. There'd be no IRGC. I don't know anything about that. I served on the USS Jimmy Carter. Somebody sent me a message. What is your name in the chat? What is your name in the chat? There we go. Who flipped on America? I'm tired of saying flipped on Trump because I think they flipped on America. I think they flipped on the patriotic spirit that keeps America ticking, right? I think Marjorie Taylor Greene, Tucker Carlson, I think some of those people flipped on America. Line 4. What do you got, line 4?
I'm out of the front porch. I love you, man.
Thank you very much.
This is Gary 7. I just want to tell you something. Increased security. You're getting to be a big voice.
I don't know.
Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. I don't want anything to happen to you.
I carry a little bit of the Second Amendment no matter where I go. I'll tell you that.
I hope you do.
And I'll tell you
you're
this.
Growing and you're I love you, man.
I'll tell you what else I do. There's probably not a room in our house that there's not a little bit of Second Amendment spice at, right? There's probably not
rural, I'm rural, and I hope you're rural. I'm 15 miles out of the town. I can see them coming. I hope it's
Absolutely.
The same with you.
I'm a big fan of a 30-30, a Marlin 30-30. That is probably my absolute favorite weapon that I own, and I absolutely love it, and it is very close nearby all the time. I feel like Chuck Connors in The Rifleman. Thank you for calling, brother. I really appreciate you. You take care. And thank you for caring.
Man.
Thank you for caring for me. I appreciate
it. I care about you. I care about you.
What part of the country you live in?
Winnemucca, Nevada.
Winnemucca, Nevada. Well, you take care. God bless you, sir. Have a good night. I don't know who I don't see you in the chat. Somebody just randomly sent me whatever. Okay. The Unibin. Oh, there we go. 0 swamp drained. Andrew, you don't think we've drained any swamp? You don't. Does anyone not think that Trump has drained some of the swamp? Does anybody agree with Andrew? No swamp drained. Huh? Fill that one in for me. Fill in the blank on that one. I want to show you this. This is a Boeing KC-135 Strato tanker. And if you look here on the, you can see here that it has artillery, it has bullet holes on it. And I believe it's headed back to Iran. I believe it's headed back to finish the mission. Somebody said poll it. Okay, let's do here. Let's start a poll. All right, let's go here. Has Trump drained the swamp? I don't think he's drained the entire swamp. I think he's got rid of some of the dingleberries that float around the edge of the toilet. They've exposed themselves. Marjorie Taylor Greene, Tucker Carlson, Alex Jones, Candace Owens. I would say the guy with a lot of hair gel. Somebody doesn't want me to say that, but you let me know. Joe Kent, Sean Ryan. You let me know what you think. Has Trump drained some of the swamp? I don't think he's drained all of it. I think it is completely impossible to drain all of it. Look at this. You see that? You see those bullet holes on that plane? That's been over in the Middle East refueling American bombers, fighter jets, A-10s, helicopters. Look at the bullet holes on there. Those men and women flying that plane, massive salute. Massive salute. I believe he's still draining. We got a 50-50 call right now. If Trump has drained the swamp, 50% say yes. I'm not saying all of it. I'm saying some of it. Tucker Carlson, swamp dweller. Marjorie Taylor Greene, swamp dweller. I would say Trump has done a masterful job with what he's had to deal with. Think about all of these liberal judges that are standing in the way that would probably like for us to put the pilot back in to Iran. I'm surprised Boasberg didn't come out and say, you got to put the pilot back on the ground. Man, we got a lot of people watching right now. A lot of people, 2,500 people. There's a lot of people that are saying Trump is doing a good job. In the chat, give me a scale of 1 to 10. Trump's doing great. A 10. Trump's doing horrible. A 1. What do you think? I mean, I think he's doing a good job. I don't think he's accomplished everything. But we're not in it. But a year and a few months. Year and a few months we're in it. That's it. I think he's got a lot more to do. I'm glad he's got some time left. That's what I'm happy about. I'm very happy about. Underwater drones, I can't talk about that. I am not going anywhere near that subject. That is too close to my former life. I am not going near that subject. Let's see here. 30-30 lever action, Montgomery Ward. I got an old Marlin. Somebody, you ask that all the time. You should figure it out by now. There we go. I have no idea why this person asked this question all the time. Thank you very much. I appreciate the love. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Ben Dykes is doing a great job. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Let's grab a couple more calls here, and then I'm going to show you something special that some of you might not have had the opportunity to see. I've got a 12 gauge. Yeah, I love that Marlin. I got it. It's like a 76, 77. It's old. It was one of the very first things that I ever, one of the very first firearms I was ever given. Let's take a couple more calls here. Then I'm going to show you something special. Lines are open. 615-475-7864. Feel free to give me a call. And if you don't agree with what Trump's doing, feel free to call and say you don't agree. Line 2, go.
Hi, Ben. It's Stacy from Kentucky.
Getting lucky in Kentucky.
Lucky in Kentucky. Of course, everybody knows I have all trust in Trump. I have all trust in you. I'm going to go off the subject just a little bit.
Go for it.
I have not ever been polled in my life.
Never polled?
But I have been polled. Yeah, like ask me a poll, call me or text me. I have been polled 7 times wanting to know if I'm going to vote for Massey. He is desperate, people. And of course, I say no. Hell no. Yeah, hell no. But that's not one of my choices. They won't let me say hell no. So I just say no every time. Can't stand him.
They don't get rid of him.
Oh my God, we got problems everywhere, all the way through the government, don't we? In Kentucky.
Kentucky's got problems.
Woo!
Stacy, take care.
So we're gonna get more lucky in Kentucky, hopefully. Thanks, Ben. Thanks, everybody.
Drink an L81 for me, Stacy. God bless you. I love an L81. Love an L81. Good ginger ale. That is a great ginger ale. If you don't know what it is, get yourself, crack open a L81. Let's see what's going on here. I want to see what the newest stuff is happening. Corn Pop did that in Kamala. I guess Eric Swalwell's got some issues. That's a big one. Line 4, what do you got?
What do I got? Well, I was thinking about this. We talking about, first of all, God bless you. Just started listening to your show and love it.
Where are you calling from?
I am calling from Minnesota.
Minnesota. What do you got? What would you like to say?
What I'd like to say is this. We have all these conflicting reports coming out, and, people saying we're hearing this, we're hearing that, and I hear you're saying the Bible. Here's the deal. Look, we're dealing with an Islamic country of Iran. They think we're infidels. They're going to lie to us. You're not going to have truthful reports coming out from Iran. And I'm going to say something a lot of people won't say. Look, we're in there, Trump. The country is begging for us to help them. Just finish the job. It's been going on for 40 plus years. Just do it.
Why do you think that people are scared of Iran or scared of finishing the job and removing their regime, removing their dictators? Why are they worried? Why are they scared of Iran? Why is everybody scared of them?
Because they know that they will, number one, lie. And the other reason is because they're afraid that people are going to say that they're racist. And I'm telling you, look, white woman, I'm a widow. I was married to a black man. So you can't say that this is coming from me. But I'm telling you, you got people, you have people of a country, they are begging you. I mean, look, the first bombing, you have people celebrating, chanting our names, please. I mean, you have people in a country begging you to please help them, begging you to do it. This has been going on for all of these years. We are in there. We are just, I mean, look, I cry. I mean, I think about these children over there, but think of the child brides who are over there in Iran.
Yeah.
Who, if we were to finish this, are better off in heaven with the Lord than what's going on in their world right now.
Well, thank you for calling. I really appreciate it. You take care and have a great evening.
God bless you.
Yes, ma'am. Great call. Really deep perspective there, but I don't think she's wrong. Rumblers, call in. Feel free. 615-475-7864. Love to talk to you. Man, it's amazing how quickly the subject changed from the island, right? Isn't it amazing how quickly that subject went away? That ended very, very quickly. Nobody's talking about the island. The new crusades have begun. Troll under the bridge. You could probably be right about that. You could make the argument that the new crusades did that. Somebody just sent me this. I think we got to play this. I think we got to play this clip. I don't think I've seen this before, actually. Where is this? Okay. How do I get rid of that? Okay, let's do this. Okay, right here. I haven't seen this before, but this is pretty relevant. Really relevant. Okay, let's go here. We all know this guy. He's not with us anymore, I guess. He's probably petting his goats, I guess. I don't know.
The Middle East has exploded yet again. And I'll tell you why. You sum all this up very quickly, the details to come later. But I guess the simple explanation, you think that the reason the Middle East is blown up is because the Saudis decided to execute 47 people, one of them some revered, respected sheikh. And while that's a factor, that's simply the public excuse. What really has the Middle East on fire is Obama and his decision to sidle up with the Iranians and picking that version of Islam, Shiite versus Sunni. That has spooked the Saudis like you can't believe. We have always, I mean, the Saudis are no great sheikhs, but they've always been our ally. Lesser of two evils, more cooperative, take your pick. I mean, there's not a gold star among them. But never have we allied with Iran before. Never since the Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini back in 1979, we have never aligned with Iran until Obama came along. And that's one of the reasons the Middle East is continuing to explode and be aflame. So explanations for that.
How many of you blame Obama for where we're at right now? That was a clip from Rush Limbaugh from, how many years ago was this? 12 years ago. That was a clip from Rush Limbaugh blaming Obama for what's going on in the Middle East 12 years ago. That's big. That is a very powerful fact.
John F. Kerry.
Let's go here. Let me show you this one. This is another one that is pretty important right now. Look at this. Let's go right here.
Served in Vietnam, by the way, has thanked the Iranians for taking our sailors hostage and humiliating them. But I'm not kidding on this either. John Kerry thanked Iran for humiliating our sailors, one of whom was a woman, by the way. Thanked them for rescuing them, thanked them for humiliating. Well, that's what he did. He thanked them. He thanked the Iranians for capturing Americans. He engaged in harmless activity on a boat. Here is his soundbite from the State Department this morning.
I also want to thank the Iranian authorities for their cooperation and quick response. These are always situations which, as everybody here knows, have an ability, if not properly guided, to get out of control. And I'm appreciative for the quick and appropriate response of the Iranian authorities.
Yeah, all it takes is $150 billion in cash and a promise they can nuke up, and they'll give us back some soldiers they took hostage. What the hell is this?
Poll question in the chat. Did Obama give Iran all of this power? I think that's the argument that could be easily won. I don't know how you cannot look at what's going on in Iran and say that the money from Obama on the pallets of cash is not directly responsible for what is happening now. I will argue with anyone until my face falls off for that one.
They take some hostages. They capture a couple of little dinky boats we got running around over there, and they take the people on board hostage, and they release them, and we thank them. I want to thank the Iranian authorities for their cooperation, quick response. These are always situations which, as everybody here knows, have the ability, if not properly guided, to get out of control. Really want to thank the Iranians for taking our guys hostage and not doing anything worse. And we want to thank the Iranians for, after taking our guys hostage, that they gave them back. Really appreciate that. We're sorry. That's what he's essentially apologizing for what we did. But I'm just saying, folks, you give somebody $150 billion and a green light to do a nuclear weapon, I mean, you're buying a lot of friendship there. In the meantime, controversy explodes over Iranian images of U.S. sailors. Iran today released a series of pictures and videos.
This is pitiful. It goes on. It's all about the capture of these American troops that were on a boat. Ben Dykes, everyone's freaking out with Trump's True Social post. Did he come out with something new? Let's see. Did Trump come out with something new on True Social? Oh, gosh. What is he doing? What is he doing now? How is he going to make me happy? Oh, goodness. Oh, God. What is wrong with this guy? Why is he so good? Why is Trump this good? We don't deserve this guy. You want to see what he posted? 1 for yes, 2 for no. Do you want to see this? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is too good. Trump just posted this on True Social. 40 years in office. 52 years in office. 50 years in office. 5 years in office. The Democrats are going to freak out about this. That's what he posted. Does this make you happy? I mean, literally, does this make you happy? Is this what you voted for? Did you vote for a president on a Sunday night that would troll these clowns? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I mean, he would have fit right in the submarine force. Because we had any submariners in there, you know, the law of happiness. How many, we got any submarine guys in the chat? Do we have anybody that understands the law of happiness? Because there is a law. Uh-oh, here we go. We got somebody over on Kick. I would beat you up if I saw you. Don't bring fists to a gunfight, Abdullah. Don't bring fist to a gunfight. Okay. Is there anybody that, oh my gosh, this guy, man, this is exactly what I voted for. Exactly what I voted for. I voted for all of this. I want nothing more than the president to troll everyone. I want him to troll them all. And it seems like the trolling is working. I mean, this is what I want. Gosh, I love it. I absolutely love what the president is currently putting out. And whenever, here we go, reported for non-responsiveness, Abdallah. Broke here, Abdallah. Here, I just responded. Let's go here. There we go. We have viewers. Thank you. Thank you. Abdallah. Well, let's just go ahead and ban Abdallah. Abdallah. Let's go here. Ban. Goodbye. I just flushed somebody on Kick. How about that one? You didn't have that on your bingo card, did you? Goodbye, Abdallah. Back to the sea. Pag, I was going to have some fun. What's up, Pag 1001? Thank you very much, Pag. Yeah, we're streaming on X, Kick, Twitch, Rumble, all that stuff. Go eat bacon, Abdullah. Yeah, I agree with that one. I'm all okay with that. What is this? The former president didn't confront Iran because of the headache and political hit they would have taken when doing it. Just look at the news now. They use anything to score political points. That's a good clip. Very good. Somebody sent me an audio clip. How am I supposed to listen to that right now? Literally, how am I supposed to listen to that? But I'm okay with Trump doing this. I'm okay. Let's see. What else is he putting out here? Let's see what else he put out. 10 hours ago, 16 minutes ago, he put that out. 16 minutes ago. 36 minutes ago, Trump Tower on the moon. The trolling is continuing. Trump Tower on the moon. You've got to love this. I got to save that image right there. Let's save that on the desktop. Okay. Trump Tower on the moon. He's on a roll tonight. 36 minutes ago, Trump healing. He is trolling everyone right now. Trump portraying himself as Jesus, and the military in the sky are angels. Scale of 1 to 10, how much do you love this? I am. Oh, he just called out. Eric Swalwell. He just posted an article about Eric Swalwell. DHS investigating claim about Swalwell nanny filed by conspiracy theorist. What would someone please think of the children? I think I've got that. Hold up, let me see here. Where is Think of the Children? I think I've got Think of the Children. I do have this one.
You're so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
I think I've got Think of the Children. Let's see if I've got this one. What is this one? Oh, that's Reveille. Wake Up America. I thought I had Think of the Children.
People are suffering.
No, that's not the
People
one I
are
want.
dying.
Look at me, sure. Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
I'm the captain now, baby. I thought I had Think of the Children. How about this one?
Now let me see your war face.
There we go. I got Warface. I really thought I had Think of the Children. Dad, burn it. I got to add that one back. Oh, here we go.
Think of the children.
Think of the children. Won't somebody please think of the children?
No, stop. Think of the children.
Think of the children. Won't somebody please think of the children?
There we go. I thought I had it. I just didn't know where it was at on the scoreboard there. I had misplaced Think of the Children. Here, he just posted this just a couple of minutes ago, too. Democrats' faces when they see President Trump making America great again. You've got to love this guy, man. I mean, he's just reposting. He is just trashing these people. Eric Swalwell, the spy who shagged me. Oh my gosh. The guy is on a roll tonight. Here's one. If you can get an EBT card, you can get a voter ID. I love everything about this. I love everything that Trump is posting right here. What is this? What is this? No volume on it. Okay, there's no volume on that. No volume on the Street Fighter thing. They had no idea. Peace through Strait. You gotta love this. Trump is just trolling the living hell out of these people. I don't think they can take it. I don't think they can physically deal with what this president is doing to them right now. Trump is watching your show and rolling. That would be good. MAGA is now. Oh, you're wrong. Yeah, let's just go ahead. How about that one? Delete. Obama was the Manchurian candidate. I can't say that you're wrong about that. I really can't say you're wrong about that. But him posting this is just beautiful. I'm talking next level trolling. Next level beautifulness. I mean, this is what I voted for. This is the kind of president that I wanted to see. Somebody that will take the gloves off and punch these morons in the face. And that seems like what he's doing. Lines are open, 615-475-7864. Feel free to give a call. Love to get your take on Trump's trolling. Let's see here. Joe Demet, love it. Question, why don't the countries around Iran start routing their oil overland to other ports. No. Let's go here. Line 2. What do you got? Line 2.
Greg in Ohio, just one thing to say. Long live King Trump.
I agree with you, sir.
Thank you.
With you. Thank you for your call. I really appreciate you.
All righty. Bye-bye.
All right. God bless you. Greg in Ohio. There we go. Lines are open. Feel free to give me a call. Love to talk to you. The Looney Tune gang. Let's see here. What about Shartwell? Is that what his nickname is? Shartwell? That's funny. That is really funny. Looks like we got a super chat coming in from Deborah. Thank you, Deborah. $10 super chat. Another $10 super chat from Team Morph 640. God bless you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That means a lot. That goes a long way to the causes. With that, I think I need to do this one. Let's go. We're going to do that. I love President Trump. They call him king and mad because, I completely agree with all of that. I think Alex Jones may be the one that's having the biggest meltdown. Not sure what you guys think about that, but I think Alex is on the biggest meltdown. Period. Thanks for the show. Yeah, you know what? I think it's about time. It's about time to call it a. But before we do that, I got something special. A lot of people might not have seen this. I don't think some people have seen this. And for those that haven't, you are in for a treat right now.
Chief of the watch on the 1MC, pass the word. Dive, dive, sound 2 blasts of dive alarm, pass the word, dive, dive. Dive, dive. Dive, dive. Here we go again. Here we go again. Same old song again. Same old song again. Marching down the avenue. Marching down the avenue. We don't know who will be through. We don't know who will be through. A long, long time ago. Long time ago. Heard it on the radio. Heard it on the radio. Sounds so good to me. Sounds so good to me. U.S. Navy submarine. U.S. Navy submarine. Recruiter just inside here. Recruiter just inside here. Turns out I gave them 5 years. Turns out I gave them 5 years. Had to get out of boot camp. Had to get out of boot camp. They won't like the smoking lamp. They won't like the smoking lamp. Now I'm a submariner. Now I'm a submariner. Rolling in the deep, sir. Rolling in the deep, sir. Top secret mission, hush, hush. Secret mission, hush, hush. No one's gonna find us. No one's gonna find us. 6 months below the ocean. 6 months below the ocean. Can't remember the sun. Can't remember the sun. Can't write my wife no letters. Can't write my wife no letters. And Tony's gonna get her. Tony's gonna get her. But I won't trade this life away. I won't trade this life away. Makes it worth the Navy pay. Makes it worth the Navy pay. If I can't be a bobblehead. I can't be a bobblehead. Might as well just be dead. Might as well just be dead. Long, long time ago. Long, long time ago. Heard it on the radio. Heard it on the radio. Sounds so good to me. Sounds so good to me. U.S. Navy submarine. U.S. Navy submarine. Say Riley, 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 Riley. Hey, sailor. Hey, sailor. Where have you been? Where have you been? I've been to Coral Sea. I've been to Coral Sea. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for freedom. Fighting for freedom. Hey, sailor. Hey, sailor. Where have you been? Where have you been? I've been to Korea. I've been to Korea. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for freedom. Fighting for freedom. Hey, sailor. Hey, sailor. Where have you been? Where have you been? I've been to Vietnam. I've been to Vietnam. fighting for liberty, fighting for freedom, fighting for freedom. Hey, sailor, where have you been? Where have you been? I've been to Iraq and back. I've been to Iraq and back. Fighting for liberty, fighting for liberty, fighting for freedom, fighting for freedom. Hey, sailor, where will you be? Where will you be? I'll be where I have to be. I'll be where I have to be. Fighting for liberty, fighting for liberty, fighting for freedom, fighting for freedom. Live, cry, live, free, cry, live, free, live, cry, live, cry, live.
Okay, guys, gals, girls, this is Ben Dyke Show. Smash a like and subscribe on your way out the door. See you in the next one. Ben Dyke Show is out.
We could do boom shakalaka. We love the boom shakalaka. You know, nobody booms and shakalakas as much as I do. I do it better than anybody. I invented it, believe it or not. A lot of people don't realize it.
Rock on, salute, God bless you. Bubbleheads forever. What do you guys think about that? You like the little outro video? Good friend of mine made that. I am absolutely proud of that. You saw a couple of photos from the old guy, from this dude in deployed over there. I'm 50 years old. I was in, that's 21 years ago, man. I retired in 2014. If you like that montage, give me a thumbs up in the chat. A 1 for yes, 2 for no. I don't know if you like that or not. Somebody says it got me pumped up. Got me pumped up. If there's anybody that has any questions about submarines, feel free. Feel free to put something in the chat about a submarine question. Awesome. Brought me to tears with goosebumps. Wow. Wow, that's cool. I want to show you something here real quick. If you want to support the channel, join the channel as a member. It really is what sort of like keeps the channel alive. We're opening up this veterans housing facility here in just a few short weeks here in Arkansas. It's a subsidized veteran housing facility. I've got some coffee cups and other kind of stuff here that I've got on the merch store. There's some coffee cups. There's some T-shirts. You can get one with the troll texting on the. This is basically Johnny. This is a Johnny inspired cup. There's one with Trump with the fight, fight, fight. If you like this one, this was Build Back Better. Biden as, Wonder Woman. So if you want to support the channel, you can do that in multiple ways. And with that being said, I'm out of here. You guys take care. I'll see you in the next one. God bless you. I'll play it one more time on the
Chief of the Watch on the 1MC, pass the word. Dive, dive, sound 2 blasts of dive alarm, pass the word, dive, dive.
Dive, dive. Dive, dive. Here we go again. Here we go again. Same old song again. Same old song again. Marching down the avenue. Marching down the avenue. We don't know when we'll be through. We don't know when we'll be through. A long, long time ago. Long, long time ago. Heard it on the radio. Heard it on the radio. Sounds so good to me. Sounds so good to me. U.S. Navy submarine. U.S. Navy submarine. Recruiter just inside here. Recruiter just inside here. Turns out I gave them 5 years. Turns out I gave them 5 years. Had to get out of boot camp. Had to get out of boot camp. They won't like the smoking lamp. They won't like the smoking lamp. Now I'm a submariner. Now I'm a submariner. Rolling in the deep surf. Rolling in the deep surf. Secret mission, hush, hush. Secret mission, hush, hush. No one's gonna find us. No one's gonna find us. 6 months below the ocean. 6 months below the ocean. Can't remember the sun. Can't remember the sun. Can't write my wife no letters. Can't write my wife no letters. And Tony's gonna get her. Tony's gonna get her. But I won't trade this life away. I won't trade this life away. Makes it worth the Navy pay. Makes it worth the Navy pay.
I can't be a bobblehead. I can't be a bobblehead. Might as well just be dead. Might as well just be dead. Long, long time ago. Long, long time ago. Heard it on the radio. Heard it on the radio. Sounds so good to me. Sounds so good to me. U.S. Navy submarine. U.S. Navy submarine. Say, Riley, 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 Riley. Hey, sailor. Hey, sailor. Where have you been? Where have you been? I've been to Coral Sea. I've been to Coral Sea. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for freedom. Fighting for freedom. Hey, sailor. Hey, sailor. Where have you been? Where have you been? I've been to Korea. I've been to Korea. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for freedom. Fighting for freedom. Hey, sailor. Hey, sailor. Where have you been? Where have you been? I've been to Vietnam. I've been to Vietnam. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for freedom. Fighting for freedom. Hey, sailor. Hey, sailor. Where have you been? Where have you been? I've been to Desert Storm. I've been to Desert Storm. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for freedom. Fighting for freedom. Hey, sailor. Hey, sailor. Where have you been? Where have you been? I've been to Afghanistan. I've been to Afghanistan. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for freedom. Fighting for freedom. Hey, sailor. Hey, sailor. Where have you been? Where have you been? I've been to Iraq and back. I've been to Iraq and back. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for freedom. Fighting for freedom. Hey, sailor. Hey, sailor. Where will you be? Where will you be? I'll be where I have to be. I'll be where I have to be. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for freedom. Fighting for freedom. Hey, Riley, 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 Riley.
Okay, guys, gals, girls, this is Ben Dyke Show. Smash a like and subscribe on your way out the door. See you in the next one. Ben Dyke Show is out.
We could do boom shakalaka. We love the boom shakalaka, you know. Nobody booms and shakalakas as much as I do. I do it better than anybody. I invented it, believe it or not. A lot of people don't realize it.
Rock on, salute, God bless you. Bubbleheads forever.